नमस्ते फ्रेंड, आप सभी का एक बार फिर से वेलकम। और आज हम बैंकिंग राउंड अप की बात करते हैं। बैंकिंग अपडेट्स में इंडियन बैंक क्वार्टर 1 का रिजल्ट, गवर्नमेंट आस्क्स पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक्स टू फास्ट ट्रैक बैड लोन्स रिकवरी, आरआरबी परफॉर्मेंस रिव्यू बाई एफएम एंड पीएसयू बैंक्स अर्न ओवर रुपीज 8,500 करोड़ ड्यू टू द मिनिमम बैलेंस चार्जेस। बात करते हैं इंडियन बैंक के क्वार्टर 1 का रिजल्ट। Indian Bank post 41% increase in quarter 1 net profit at rupees 2,403 crores. Indian Bank has recorded strong growth in its net profit for the June quarter, aided by an increase in the operating profit on the back of a rise in interest and the non-interest incomes and lower provisions. Its asset quality also witnessed improvement during the period. The Chennai headquarter bank's net profit grew 41%, that is the rupees 2,403 crores in quarter 1 compared to rupees 1,709 crore in the year ago. Operating profit was 9% higher at rupees 4,502 crores against 4,135 crores. Interest income grew 15%, that is the 15,039 crore against 13,049 crore. Net interest income reported an increase of 8% at rupees 6,178 crore against 5,703 crores. Total non-interest income grew 11% to rupees 1,906 crore against rupees 1,710 crores a year ago, driven by the fee income and the recovery of the bad debts. Government asks to public sector bank to fast track bad loan recovery with trillions of crores rupees locked up in the cases under the debt recovery tribunals and national law tribunals. The government has asked chief of the public sector banks to monitor the top 20 defaulter loan accounts personally for faster recovery. The move is expected to boost the bank's bottom lines as the bad loans have already been fully provisioned after the gross non-performing asset of the public sector bank rose to a high 14.5 as of March 2016. The government took a slew of the measures such as strengthening the banking regulatory framework, amending the recovery laws, enacting comprehensive insolvency and bankruptcy legislation, and establishing a public sector asset construction company. These measures have nursed the credit sector back to sound health, and the gross NPA ratio shrunk to 2.8% in March 24. Bank face 7-year backlog in debt recovery cases. Banks are dealing with a massive backlog in debt recovery cases, which will take 7 years to clear at the current pace. Over 2 lakhs cases are pending in debt recovery tribunals, which currently handle about 30,000 to 40,000 cases annually. This means the existing pace is insufficient to clear the backlog, which could take 7 years to resolve. Experts say in the last 5 years, from 2017 to 2022, DRTs managed to dispose of 1.45 lakhs cases. To address this issue, the government has announced plan to the latest budget to increase the capacity of both DRTs and the NCLTs, which will strengthen the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code (IBC) and improve the efficiency of debt recovery process. In its initial years, DRT recovery, which is now in single digit, used to be as high as 75% in 2005 and 6. Now it is weakest link among the all recovery mechanisms and deserves maximum attention as claim amount involved is higher than any other legal recovery mechanism, said Harihara Mishra, CEO, Association, and any other legal of ARC in India. One area which can be explored is to encourage banks and FIs to handle loans up to rupees 1 crore through Lok Adalat settlement, which alone will reduce workload of DRTs substantially. अब बात करते हैं कि आरआरबी के रिव्यू के बारे में वित्त मंत्री चाहती हैं रिव्यू करना. यूनियन फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर निर्मला सीतारमन is scheduled to review the performance of regional rural banks following the budget session of Parliament. According to sources familiar with the matter, the review is set to take place after 13 August. This evaluation will focus on enhancing the digital capabilities of the RRBs, as noted by the senior government official. Concern and the recommendations. Bank Employee Association have previously recommended merging RRB with their respective sponsor bank. They argue that such mergers would improve the efficiency and viability of the banking sector. According to a joint statement from the All India Bank Officers Confederation and the All India Bank Employees Association, representing over 6 lakh bank employees, competition among public sector banks and RRB is causing inefficiencies. They highlight that despite the competition, a significant portion of the rural population lacks access to modern technology-driven banking products. Merging RRB with sponsor bank could standardize product offerings, stimulate the rural economy and enhance priority sector lending, which is essential for the government's economic growth. क्या वित्त मंत्री रिव्यू के अलावा क्या आरआरबी के मर्जर के बारे में कोई बात करेंगी? क्या स्पॉन्सर बैंक से मर्जर की संभावना है? क्या एनबीआरआई बनने की संभावना है? इस बात पे क्या डिस्कस होने की संभावना है, ये आने वाले मीटिंग में ही पता चलेगा. और चलते चलते लास्ट में PSU banks earn over rupees 8,500 crore due to the minimum balance charges. Despite the State Bank of India, the country's leading lender, deciding not to impose penalties for maintaining minimum balance in accounts after financial year 20, public sector banks have seen a significant rise in penalty collections. Over the past 5 years, PSB have increased their penalty collection by more than 34%, accumulating approximately 8,500 crore. According to the data provided by Minister of State Pankaj Chaudhary in response to a Lok Sabha query, 11 public sector banks are involved in collecting penalties for not maintaining the required minimum balance. SBI has waived off minimum balance charges. Banks such as Punjab National Bank, Bank of Baroda, Bank of India, Punjab and Sindh Bank, Union Bank of India and UCO Bank enforce penalties based on the quarterly average balance. In contrast, Indian Bank, Canara Bank, Bank of Maharashtra and Central Bank of India impose penalties based on the average monthly balance. Thank you friends. Namaste.